Alright, battery box storage bench. I'm going to call it complete for now. As you've seen in previous videos, my battery storage. I managed to put the stainless steel bolts, put this on a hinge. I didn't make the shelf for the water hose yet. That's going to come at a later time. It does have a little twist in it, treated wood. Once the sun hit it, it sprung out. That's something I'm going to deal with later. But it's very comfortable. Next object on the list, I moved the futon out. We're going to tear apart the water cabinet, and we're going to drop the height down to I think 15.5 inches. That way it's the same height as the top of the futon, since my water storage will no longer be here. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm going to try to carefully pull this apart without destroying all the lumber. And if I do, I can rebuild. But let me start tearing into it, and I'll bring you back when I got more work done. Alright, you got a little bit of it torn down, and you know, you can't save glue on pulling big pieces. It breaks the panel. So for now, I'm gonna probably put a new piece of Luan on, but it's not gonna be stained, just for me to make it this weekend. And of course I got a stain mark from when I stained in place of the oak board. I'm about to sand that down, so I'm gonna have holes in my walls. I think for this weekend it'll be fine. I already cut one down to the right height. I'm gonna cut the rest, drop this whole section down low. It's gonna be a tiny little cabinet without the water line. I'm about to run my new water line. I'm not going under the floor. For now, I'm just gonna drop down, make a penetration, and run my water line through out the front to access my storage cabinet that I didn't build yet. Sure, that's some more progress when I got it. Alright, the quick and dirty shortening of the cabinet. I decided I'm going to leave this for the time being, although I do have a glory hole going into the bathroom. But yeah, I'm going to make another piece of plywood to cover this with a shelf on top. It'll be like a decorational piece. It's just what I needed to get out in the water today. To need to pick up all my mess, clean up, come bring in my gear, and then I'm going to try to launch with the wind. Wind's still kicking pretty good. 12 to 15s is fine, but we have occasional 20-mile-per-hour gusts. I never drove this in 20s. I drove it in 12 to 15 already. It's manageable. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean up my mess, get all my stuff out, put the futon back where it goes, sweep real quick, and see if there's anything else I need to do before I go launch. And also for my water tanks, my water cabinet, I'm not gonna have enough time to build a water cabinet today, but I'm gonna have two of these tanks right here, and that hose is gonna go in the tank for my water supply. So I need to fill them up with water, prime my water system, make sure my 12-volt water system is working before I get out in the water. I'll bring you back after I got it cleaned up and the futon in place. Alright, I got the bed back in place. Now you can see what I'm talking about. This is going to give me 9 inches more of headroom, which is a 6-foot bed. I'm only 5'10", but I didn't like the fact that my head was against a wall and my feet was against a wall. At least now I can put the pillow on top of this. And it's back in the sofa. Still need to deal with this wall at a later time. I'm running out of time to get out there and get the boat launched. It's still windy, very windy, 12 to 15. I think I'm gonna launch this evening and go out there this evening. Usually the last hour of daylight, the winds calm down. So I'm gonna do that, launch it, be out in the water. Probably 9 o'clock by the time I get in the lake, maybe 10, but I'm gonna sleep in the lake tonight. Bring my tools with me. I got a few things to do. Like right now, I use a screw to hold this window up. This window's too loose in the frame. I tried adjusting the frame and didn't get any tighter, so I'm gonna put some clips right here with a little loop made out of paracord to, when I raise the window up, I can clip it on just on the 3 front windows. I could probably do that tonight while I'm out there. But yeah, came out alright. I'm about 1 inch higher on that than I want it to be. I didn't measure carefully, but it's alright. For the time being, it's still open and will be used for storage. And my water line, the legs just missed the water line that runs out to the deck. The 2 outside legs anyway. I got a lot of cleaning. I got sawdust everywhere. A lot of cleaning. Get all my tools out. I got some holes to fill with foam where I drilled my battery cables. Big hole right there. 2 holes right here. And 1 hole for that waterline penetration. Fill it with foam. Gotta find my 3 window screens because tonight I'm not gonna be running on a generator out in the lake. I'm gonna rely on my 12-volt fan. This thing pulls in a lot of air. I'm gonna use that fan and crack open the windows, get a breeze going through, and we'll see how well that maintains me overnight. I want to thank y'all for viewing, but I'm gonna clean up this mess. I'm gonna try to launch and get out on the lake this evening. See y'all on the next one. Well, I made it to the launch right before dark. Gotta go back home, get all my gear. Alright, we're on the way. Wind's still pretty high. Still 12 to 15 mile an hour winds. But we're gonna take our chances. A buddy of mine went out to the lake today where I plan on going. He said it was a 2.5 foot chop with white caps. I definitely can't handle that. I know I can handle 1 foot chop, maybe 1.5, but it wouldn't be a comfortable night. So I'm gonna go park down on my dad's property for a little while, watch the weather. Usually the wind dies down at this time of night. So if it dies down, we're gonna head out to the lake. If it doesn't die down, well, we're gonna wait till tomorrow. Cruising 4.5, trying to make the same opening as the boat for the bridge. There's a boat, oh, I don't know, 120 yards in front of me, waiting on that same bridge. So I'm gonna get off the phone, stop playing, so I can pay attention to what's going on.